flow to YouTube here
and say hello,
everyone.
It is a little early, but we're just getting started.
This is the
This
San
is the
Carlos
San Carlos Computer Club. I'm Scott Stimson from International Computer Solutions.
In person
in
Tequilas
Tequilas
at 10 o'clock in the morning with a really small group. Ray and Judy have joined me.
We're ready for more people, but it's such a temperature that I think that most of our group is seeking shelter.
It's getting to be that time when they return back to their homes.
They fly
north
for the summer.
Jim and Linda Cunningham are on the road today.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, and speaking of which, we've already mentioned it,
but I'll mention it in this recording that we are.
In fact, I
need to press the record button. Let me do that.
Hit the current record button here.
There we go.
Just that
my last in-person meeting will be next week.
It'll be
Tuesday the 9th, because on the 14th I head up to the States to do some work.
And
after I'm done in Phoenix, I'll head up to Alaska doing the bed and breakfast, and I'll be there until September.
So next week is the last time I haul all this equipment into Tequilas
and set all this up
for Judy and Ray.
So they'll have to do it from their house.
Okay, I dropped it in the chat.
Oh, great.
Let me pull it up here.
About
Amazon News Entertainment.
Prime Video launches new accessibility feature that makes it easier to hear dialogue in your favorite movies and series. This might be the most practical use of AI
there is.
Yep. They're using AI to isolate the dialogue, and they're boosting it so people like me that can't hear the damn dialogue and read the closed captioning instead, they might be able to distinguish the voices again.
So did we do this in club? Did we talk about why the audio is so bad these days in your home?
No, I don't think so.
Because there was a great article that was out.
I think it was Vox that did it. They did this study into because everyone feels like audio has gotten worse.
There isn't anybody out there. There isn't an expert or an amateur consumer that doesn't feel like audio has gotten worse in the living room.
And the real reason has to do with budgets and how movies are made, and that they used to have very limited amounts of resources for audio.
And so they wouldn't mic everything. They would do their dialogues on top of the video later. They would overdub all this dialogue. And it was only the very specific scenes where they were spending a lot of money on having booms in the right place, microphones in the correct place, so that they would capture that, and they'd have an team that up so that it would sound good in the movie, whereas the rest of the dialogue they didn't put the hardware out there. They didn't bother to do all that. They just called the actors in and had them redo their lines on top of the majority of the scenes. That is one reason for this. So because of technology, because they can put a mic just about everywhere, directors do. They get the dialogue right out of the performance, and then it's up to the audio people to clean that up and make that presentable. And that's a chore in itself. That's a job somebody's paid to do. But they need to not only do the movie theater that has hundreds of speakers surrounding you. They also have to do that job for the TV experience in your living room. 2 or 2.1 or maybe 6.1 stereo speaker environment. And what has happened is because they can mic people and because labor on so expensive, they have stopped even trying to reproduce that in the living room. And so everything that is reproduced in the living room is happening by we call everything artificial intelligence. So why not this? It is up to this the Dolby equipment, the Dolby Atmos equipment,
what was supposed to be presented in the movie theater so that it can be presented on your TV screen. And we end up with muffled, garbage dialogue too loud or too soft, background music too high or too soft. You can't create the environment in your living room that the director is creating the movie for, has to pick an environment to create the movie for.
But they're not making movies for the big screen per se.
But they are. They have settled on that as the standard, and they'll let the living rooms catch up with it. And so it has to do with budgets and technology. Technology is always saving, which actually means that people lose their jobs. And so they're able to do this cheaper than what they used to do, which was just clean up every audio.
So what this is saying is that they're just going to turn that job over to AI and not even bother trying to hire people to do it.
Probably a good analogy to this. And Ray, I like where you're going with this, because you feel like I think what you're getting at is even in Netflix performances that are made for the living room, that you have audio problems. And so that's why I think it's a combination of all these. It has to do with the way they build videos. Even in those made for the small screen, they're miking everything because the mics are cheaper than the sound engineers that would call, and it's cheaper than paying the actors to come back in and re-record their lines so that they sound fine.
Unionization. It is so expensive to hire people to correct this.
Yes.
The friend who's stopped me, I was always complaining about this because the Foley artists used to put the sounds in of someone walking or horses on a sidewalk or whatever.
The coconuts.
Yeah. But the union, some of these $400 an hour, and it's all union wage.
Well, and so this is where they use technology to save money to do something new that ends up costing people their jobs. Because the whole paradigm is shifting. And in the midst of it, we're all experiencing this. I can't hear that right. It doesn't sound right. Well, I think this is a great use of AI. Because this isn't going away. We're going a direction. And this is the direction we're going. I think this is an analog to this. What's happened? Somebody's speakers are on. Oh, Chester's joined us. Hello, Chester. Welcome.
Good morning.
We were just talking about this dialogue boost. Is an innovation that lets self-select dialogue volume levels to suit your needs on any device with Prime Video. Using AI to determine what areas of sound need to be increased for a better user experience. Making it easier to hear these movies. We got into talking about why movies are so hard to hear in the living room right now. And I had a great analogy to this. And I can't remember what it was now. It was an AI analogy. But I do know that another AI that they talked about last year that I think that Netflix has put into practice is people's lips and the ability to dub language generated by AI, and it synchronizes AI generated lips so that the original actors in their original voice is speaking in the native language of the viewer. And it's all generated because of AI.
Scary.
Well, and another job eliminator as well, because there are I know specifically from my Mexican experience, there are actors that are famous for speaking in their native animated flicks or dubbing over real action flicks, and that will cease to be necessary. We'll be able to do that.
4 or 5 different parts in the same movie.
Right.
Finances.
Yeah, no, you can actually, especially in Mexico, you can feel the difference between a low budget production and a high budget production, because they'll go out and hire what is the adjective I'm looking for? Someone with a great skills for overdubbing or something like a Star Wars movie. They'd have a voice for each character. They would be different people. A massive production. Whereas it would just be some goofy movie that they're releasing in Mexico. The guys that dubbed the last half dozen movies that went straight to video to dub that one.
The skill in overdubbing is something to behold. Years and years ago, my ex-wife went to Paris or to France for a year, and was there. She came back and she said she watched a John Wayne movie where he rode up on his horse, jumped off of it, and said, "Bonjour."
That's great. My favorite movie experience is because C-3PO isn't a prissy little bitch. He's a really macho sounding robot. He doesn't have the English butler sound to him. He sounds like a macho guy from Latin America.
Maybe Machete.
Right.
You can't get much more macho.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I've got a couple other articles here besides Bill's topic.
If we've
Chester or Ray or Judy have something you'd like to talk about, please let me know.
Got a question for you, Scott. Did you start the whole thing? I didn't hear any intro today.
I started a couple of minutes early. Because it's just the three of us in here. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I also think that I'm having an internet issue on this end. I keep watching connections go up and down with you guys. And it feels like there's a delay.
Well, I keep turning my mic off right away because I'm always making noise, tapping on the table or something. So
okay.
I always try to keep the mic off, unless I'm actually speaking.
Well, hoping you to hear movies. Hey, one of my topics is an interesting follow-up on Twitter stuff. I mean, we've been watching the media talk about how Twitter's falling apart with Elon Musk running this thing. What has happened over the last week is I've got a email from WordPress. WordPress is not WordPress. I'm sorry. Jetpack. Jetpack is a plugin for WordPress, and they've made a lot of money developing this plugin for people that have WordPress websites. I'm very aware of it because I build websites. But the Computer Club's website is built in WordPress, and I use the Jetpack plugin. It's one of the most popular ones for WordPress. None of that matters to you guys. What does matter though is that one of the features that the Jetpack plugin lets you do is share on social media when you've posted on your website. So to walk you guys through it, I have a post that goes out at a specific time saying we're having this meeting. And because I use Jetpack, it sends that notification to LinkedIn, to Facebook, to Twitter, all these different directions. And I got a notice this last week that they're severing their relationship with Twitter. because of the relationship with Elon Musk changing the API rules and pricing, they have not been able to come to an agreement, and so they are going to remove the sharing on Twitter. It's just one more nail in Twitter's coffin. Because nobody's going to work to maintain that relationship. Twitter's got to make it easy, or they're not going to do it. And this directly affects us in one way. When I post something on the website, it no longer will notify Twitter. I would have to go to Twitter and take the link of the post and post it and write something up separate. I could even copy and paste what is the general message on each one of these services. I could just copy it from Facebook and then he had posted on Twitter. But obviously, that's mechanical territory. That's somebody sitting in the background having to do this job that used to be automated. And it's no longer automated because of the policies of Twitter. And I just thought you guys might find that interesting. In fact, I put a link to the WordPress blog post talking about why they've made this decision and how things will go forward. And you can find that in the document that I shared with you this morning. So nobody in our group actually. I don't think anybody uses Twitter either. I'm the only one that uses Twitter. I don't know of anybody else using Twitter. I've been on Twitter since like 2009, something like that. And have found it.
Bill uses Twitter.
I found it so extremely helpful. I mean, it is an amazing source of news, and especially real time. I remember back in the day when you would have to wait until a news hour. Well, I'm talking about back in the day. Back Twitter was just an amazing source of real-time news. You could wait until CNN got their website up or whatever the topic was, or you could go to Twitter and find hundreds of people sharing it just seconds after it's happened. And so in that respect, it was an amazing platform. Yeah, back in the day when we didn't have mobile apps. Twitter's been around before the iPhone. And back in the day before mobile apps like a Twitter app on your phone, you could use a feature phone and you could send a text message to your Twitter account and it would publish. It was called microblogging, and it was one of the first places that you could blog from anywhere and use that T9 keyboard on your Nokia. You'd be like A, B, C, A, D, right? But you could get it out onto the internet from your mobile phone. Back then. Very impressive service. And I believe that what Elon Musk feels like it should be is absolutely until all these other influences got involved. And I can't believe that it'll ever return to that kind of open community. What do you call it? One of those meetings where it really felt like a town hall right at the beginning. And it's just all these other influence, all this hate that's come across, the ability to say mean things to people, the ability to argue with people online. It just gobbled up all the oxygen around that conversation. And it's just been in this funk for 10 years. And then Elon buys it and the funk just sinks it into almost nothing. I think we're gonna watch it just wither away. And anything that's technical that's in it will end up being sold off or pieced off. Because there isn't anything really complicated. You listen to engineers talk about how Twitter's designed and what it's built on. There isn't brain surgery or rocket science going on there. It really existed as many social networks do, as a community. And when the community gets disrupted like that, and people lose their confidence in it, they're not interested in it. They go other places to be communal. Ray, you look like you have a question. Truth Social?
Yes.
I have not spent any time on it. Maybe Chester. Chester, are you on Truth Social? I see you have your hand up.
No, I'm not on Truth Question. I thought about it, but I'm really not. I really don't want to chase that every day. But when it's my turn, I have a television question.
A television
question.
Well, I am just rambling like normal. So go ahead.
So go ahead.
Give us a
television question.
Well, I have paid DirecTV over $200 a month for about 25 years. And this year they are discontinuing what they call the NFL package, or the NFL ticket. And so therefore I've lost all of the football games that I watch pretty much 6 months of the year.
Yeah, that's a really valuable portion of that $200
is that football ticket.
No, the NFL ticket is in addition to.
Oh, really? Wow, that's expensive. That's a lot of money to pay to watch football.
Yes, it is. It's really too much money. So one of the key features that I've loved about the service is that I can record 5 stations at one time, or 4 at one time, and watch one. And I can also set it up so that it would record series in advance. It would record the particular program that I like to watch every day, or set it up and automatically record it. So my question is if I get rid of DirecTV, where can I duplicate that kind of service?
Man, that's a great
question.
Do you know if
I'm not a sports person. Everybody knows that. I don't.
So I'm not up to date on this stuff. But does the NFL have a service like Major League Baseball,
where you can go and get all the games from one website?
Well, I know that my understanding is that YouTube is going to have the NFL ticket available for like $2 a year. And YouTube also offers a television service, including movies, but I don't know if they have any comparison at all to what DirecTV offers, which is like 300 channels.
Well, it looks like you're right. NFL YouTube, the official YouTube page for the NFL. Subscribe to NFL YouTube channel to see immediate in-game highlights, favorite teams. That looks like something different. I know that YouTube TV has hundreds of channels like a cable package. It suffers from the same thing that your DirecTV does. It needs to know where you're geographically located to provide you with local programming, if that matters. I also know that they've recently raised their price. I think it's $75 a month. Whereas before it was like $69 a month or $65 a month.
Well, that's a bargain.
Compared to your DirecTV, it sure is.
Do you know? I understand that if I had a Roku, recording, that I could do the recording, but I don't know how many channels at once I can record, or if I can set it up to record in advance, like I can with DirecTV.
I am looking at it right now. Watch live TV from 100 plus channels. What's your zip code?
85142.
85142. Let's see what it brings up here. Phoenix area code. Or zip code. So it's showing all the channels available in your area. I wish you'd just give us a total instead of showing us all the icons that represent all the channels. I wanted was a total. Tell me, is it 100 channels, 200 channels? Well, before you get into this, you can look at each one of these. Like you can see Black Entertainment TV, BBC News, the Cartoon Network, Country Music Channel, CNN. I thought I saw Fox on there somewhere. I saw the local Fox.
Yeah, I saw Fox on there also, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Fox FX, Fox Weather.
Fox Weather.
So I think of
YouTube TV as being the ideal cable package without cable. The only thing not ideal about these is the same problem with any of these streaming TV services.
They're relying on your internet.
Doing this,
so depending if you have limited internet,
when we get into packages that are 50 megabits a second, that's not an issue. But if you're still on some odd internet, on the Ranchitos at 10 megabits a second, using this for TV,
you can feel it
when you're surfing the internet or playing a video game or.
That's true too. If you're a single use household,
then
you don't even notice it.
Yeah, and I have Cox internet, which can also be increased with a few more bucks.
Now,
so I have good internet, and the question.
I was going to say, Chester,
on this YouTube promo page for TV,
its top billing or its top statement is DVR, unlimited DVR space for all. Everyone gets their own login and their own personal library. And they said specifically about DVRing sports games. In this case, it's not saying it. But when I brought up the here it is, right here.
The search.
Put it on my screen. YouTube TV,
watch and DVR live sports shows and news.
And so I think
this is.
And I've heard people say it too.
This is the ideal replacement for the cable package.
Right now, you can get it for $65
a month for the first 3 months. This is $73 or $72.
Okay, Scott, we have to interrupt you.
You're out of here? What's your recommendation?
First of all, on this NFL thing, it seems to me that Linda Gerber was watching the games last year on Amazon Prime. Wasn't Prime covering the finals or something?
I don't know. I only follow this stuff enough to understand the technologies that are involved, but I know
Amazon won the rights.
And now that's maybe just the finals. Maybe it's not the whole series. The other thing is the Super Bowl is going to be in Las Vegas in February, and we happen to have some timeshare time available. If anybody wants to go to the Super Bowl, let me know, and I can get you a good rate on a room. Okay, that's my
I thought you were going to stand up and live stream it for us.
No, we'll be in San Carlos, but if somebody wants to use our timeshare, they can do that. Price. The last thing is I've been watching the TV series. I think it's a TV series or a made for Netflix series or something. Firefly Lane.
Okay.
About Tully and Kate, lifetime friends, and they just released the last group of episodes, and I binged this week, and excellent show. I enjoyed every season and all the way through to the end. So
and that's a Netflix, right?
Before you leave, I have a movie, a very, very good movie I want you to know about.
Go ahead, Chester.
We're out of here now.
Well,
wait. Let's hear Chester's before you guys get out of here. Go ahead, Chester.
Finding Forrester.
Finding
Forrester.
Remind me what that is.
Sounds familiar.
It's a young black boy that is exceedingly smart. He connects with Sean Connery, who is an author. It's an excellent movie, outstanding movie.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer for it, and it looks really interesting. And the other one that Chester, you talked about last week with Scott, it's a new movie that's in the theater. Remind me the name. A Man Called Something?
Otto.
Or
Otto.
Okay.
If you're Latino. Otto.
Okay.
It's
Who shot
Otto.
something? Okay.
Both of these are excellent movies, both of them.
Okay, well, we're just about ready to be back into watching TV and stuff, so good to know.
If you watch Forrester,
All right, I have to say,
All right.
I'm
Win big,
completely
guys.
jealous that I can't have Tequilas and Tuesdays. But
stay with Forrester through the totally to the end when they run all the names and everything, because the music at the end is beautiful.
So you're saying watch it through the credits.
Yeah, watch it through the credits.
All right.
Well,
thank you, Chester. Well, as long as we're talking about recommendations,
I'll tell you what we've been watching.
And maybe you've never considered it.
It's a show called Sweet Tooth
on
Netflix.
They just released their second season, and so Yuya insisted that we rewatch the first season because it'd been. When did it start? I think it started 2 years ago, and they finally put out the second season. So we wanted to refresh our memories with the first season. And it's just a really fun show.
It is. This is the show with the deer child. You've probably seen the pictures. He's got antlers.
And it's a bit out there.
It's a sci-fi, but it's definitely a PG sci-fi.
And it's got
some really neat messages in it, and lots of great visuals and great music. A very interesting story that has a mystery in it that you're trying to sort out as you go through it.
And like I said,
they've just gone into the second season. It's easy to recommend. It's high quality. The acting's great. The story's really rich.
So if you're looking for something like that, it tells the story of some tragic accident that happens to the world, where people are dealing with a virus, and at the same time they're dealing with and believe is linked to these hybrid children creations that are hybrids between animals and children. It's called Sweet Tooth. Like you have
a sweet tooth.
A name given to one of the characters because he likes so much candy. Well, what else do we have on the agenda in an agendaless meeting? I came across an article I thought was interesting, talking about how the Department of Defense has invented a wearable that reacts to infections so that it can quickly identify. This is interesting, and I think we're going to see this real quick in the consumer space, but they've already done this. They fitted 360 first sergeants with devices that have the ability to track infections. The technology was put together during COVID so that you would have a smartwatch on your wrist that would tell you about your risk, where you're located, people around you, and now they've released it into the military, and I think we're going to very quickly see that kind of stuff, because it's not limited to COVID-19. COVID-19 was kind of the background of how this came about. But it's a combination of notifications and artificial intelligence and geolocation. It is non-invasive, so there isn't a device that's like pinpricking and checking blood. It has to do with reporting and geographic location and AI analysis of data to pop up something on somebody's wrist to tell them what's going on. The way I read it, and I could be wrong, but the way I read it is it's more an environmental detection system, like telling your risk factor at this moment in this particular location. That's kind of the way I read it. But it's supposed to be able to give highly accurate ratings. There's this thing they've got called RATE. Let's see here. Here I'll find it. The new program uses an artificial intelligence algorithm that was trained using hospital-acquired data from monitored cases of COVID-19 and leverages biometric data from commercial-grade, off-the-shelf wearables, basically iWatches and Google and Gears, Android Gears. The rate algorithm enables early detection of infectious disease up to 48 hours before symptoms appear and predicted in 6 days in advance. Basically what they're saying is that your watch is going to say, you know what, we think you caught COVID 6 days before you're infectious. That's it. Right, but it's not an invasive tester. It's using the infections and about your geographic location, your movements, to determine whether you've gotten it, so that you know what's going on. If you follow what I mean, it's going on. There isn't a swab going on. There's nothing like that. There's nothing. It's not. The way I read it, basically this program can be fed into any wearable that's keeping track of things like your heart rate, your oxygen levels, things of that nature. These biometric things that have become very now. Temperature, heart rate, oxygen levels. I imagine there's other stuff. Those are just the things that are coming to my mind. And by monitoring those and comparing it to what this AI has, it's able to determine, as well as geographic location and your movements, the other people's movements, of course, and their information. This is what's amazing, is leveraging all this of a global communication system and cloud resources to tell you on your watch, you know what, you're infected or you're about to be infected. You're going to show symptoms in 6 days. You should probably isolate. That's what we're looking at. Pretty wild.
How is it determining this?
The same determining how the lips should move on a Netflix video when they change the language.
How do they know that this guy over there has COVID? He doesn't have a wearable. He's not.
I don't think they know about any particular guy. I think what it is that it is using the general kind of biometrics that we gather from a wearable. So whatever you can imagine that to be, because I'm having trouble imagining it all. The things I can imagine are, oxygen levels and temperature and things of that nature. So it's monitoring that with you real time, and then it's collecting from this rate system and reporting to it things like where you're currently located, all the movements you've made, right? So it's gathering all this data off of the internet. It's using an AI to look at that. It has taken all these historic hospital records during COVID to see how people's.
But that's the problem. It's historic. It's not current. That's what I don't get. The same way as moving. But Judy, the same way that it's able to figure out the lips, because the lips historically move like this when a person says this word, and so they want to change the way the lips look when they're saying that word. It's the same thing. It's historically when you're. I'm not a doctor, but when your pulse is going up and you're showing slightly elevated temperatures, and then they compare that with the movements that have happened and where you are geographically located at this moment, they can determine with high accuracy that you've been infected. Long before you're showing symptoms, which is exactly what we need right now. Is we need the ability to know you've been exposed to COVID and you will be infectious in 6 days. We need to know that so that beforehand you're making preparations not to be around people so you can't pass the infection. And I keep saying COVID because this model came out of COVID. But the article makes it clear that it's not just intended for COVID. It's intended for any number of different kinds of infections.
I imagine this is going to become a thing. They're going to have a model out there, just like they have a chat GPT for this language model. They're going to have a health model out there that's constantly being updated.
And in the consumer side of things, you're gonna, if you're worried about your health and you want your monitor, you want to be part of that model, you'll probably pay a subscription fee to it.
Or a company like Apple is going to go,
that's part of what we do, buy into their API, make it part of the package they sell you, and you pay your subscription model to Apple.
But it's happening.
It's all happening right now.
That
coupled with
there's an interesting article that I was listening to
on a podcast this morning that was talking about doctors' dialogues with patients.
And they
just done this study of using ChatGPT to dialogue with patients other than actual doctors.
So like they're giving
prognoses
to these patients,
and they're asking questions, they're asking for information from these patients.
And instead of letting the doctors choose how they talk to the patient, they let ChatGPT talk to the patient. And what they discovered
was that ChatGPT was much better at talking to the patients than the doctors were.
And like a significant,
like a 2x of success getting information out of the patients.
And it had to do with
bedside manner, or that's what this article talked about.
And how the
ChatGPT had been trained on this language model of effective conversation,
and doctors aren't.
Doctors are putting their foot in their mouth when they're talking to patients. They're saying things that could possibly slam up instead of reveal information about the condition they've got.
And so it's a very interesting
place to be because
without argument, ChatGPT is very surface level.
If anything, it is the superficial conversationalists,
right?
The ChatGPT, even though it's able to sound flowery or sympathetic or empathize
better than somebody that hasn't
spent time learning that kind of language. They spend all their time learning how to do that. They absolutely ChatGPT absolutely cannot analyze the answers as well as that physician can,
because the answers
it's in the nuances that you're going to find the help
of a true physician.
And ChatGPT doesn't do nuances.
It does very
superficial. It gives information that's inaccurate. It gives it with 100% confidence
because it
doesn't know the difference. It's just talking to you.
It's predicting
what's the next thing you want to hear.
So it's an interesting collage of the technology and industry
and the way we do medical practicing. I've got a feeling what we're going to see in the future
is
suggestions.
So that
all the TV dramas about medical dramas, they talk about having that conversation with somebody. They've got cancer. Their child died. We need to pull the plug. Those kinds of conversations.
I got a feeling
we're going to have some doctors sitting in their office in front of ChatGPT
going over their script before they go talk to their patient. Right. I can even take it a bit farther out into the future.
Can you imagine there's just a little earworm?
This little right? Like, you think it's a hearing aid, and the doctor's just being told the way to answer that question so that it's most productive for the patient. Chester, what did you want to add? Go ahead. I see your hand
is up. Well, since we're just kibitzing, I thought I would share with you the technology phones that I got fitted for last Friday.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, they're just fantastic. For example, the particular version that I have only came out last February. And they're using AI or artificial intelligence to program it.
To program it.
it has two new advantages to it. One is that it is designed to suppress wind noise, and so that it doesn't make that, when you scratch on a microphone, you get that.
Sure, yeah.
So you don't get that in wind. And yesterday I was in 15-mile-an-hour wind and blew my hair all to hell, but it didn't scratch. The other new feature is that if there's a sudden loud noise, it de-amplifies it. Or a backfire or something very loud and sudden, it modifies it. The other wonderful thing I enjoy is that on my step, I can adjust the volume up and down, and on my left ear, I can touch the button there and be directly connected to the television sound system, and not through speakers, but directly into the TV. It takes an extra little piece of equipment to do that, but that's pretty nice because I can hear perfectly in stereo, and anybody else in the room can adjust the TV speakers to whatever volume they want.
That's neat. Is that Bluetooth? Is that Bluetooth? Or I imagine you said that it was a piece of equipment you had to add to your TV.
Yes, it's a little piece of equipment that is connected via the optical cable.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You're taking the optical cable off of TV and running it into this small, about the size of a cigarette package. And then apparently it sends out a radio signal to your earphones. First of all, you have to sync the earphones to this piece of equipment to start with. And once you do that, then you're connected. And the other thing is that if and when I get an iPhone, then I can control everything with my iPhone. Different applications, all the functions of the earphones.
But I imagine you can retune them as well. You can use the iPhone to test your hearing at any time you want, and it'll retune the hearing aids for you.
Well, actually, I wouldn't do that because that's done by the doctor that specializes in hearing.
Yeah, that's one of the features I've been expecting us to see with these hearing aids, because some of the first ones that have come out are finally allowing you to do that kind of stuff on your own.
Yes, there are some that you can do that, and probably I can do something, but I'm not going to do it because the earphone, they did testing of my ears in a sound booth, and so they know exactly like 26 different frequencies what my sound is different in each ear, and they put that into the computer. Then the computer adjusts the earphones to accommodate my actual hearing in each ear, and then they double check that in what they call a black box.
Well, Chester, I think what you're going to want is the best of both worlds. You're going to want a doctor that's doing that for you, but you're also going to want a product that can do that on the fly because your hearing changes over time. It may be getting worse over a period of time.
The part of the service is that's done every year as a part of what you pay for.
Well, I think it's really cool, especially somebody that's seeing their hearing go away at least in one ear. I'm looking forward. I want to augment my hearing. I have one customer here in town that's using a pair of these more modern hearing aids, and he looks like he's running around with earbuds in, and he can listen to his phone, take phone calls, listen to music, but he just never pulls them out because they're his hearing aids as well, and he just looks like he's running around like he's ready to go to the gym.
Actually, mine sit on top of my ears. And then there's a microphone that they mold it to each ear so that it fits perfectly in each ear, and so that the sound to my ears is in a molded insert into my canal, and so you don't really see anything when you look at me or look at me from the side. You don't see anything, and the tends my hair, so you
don't even notice
them.
Beg pardon?
They're hidden.
Yeah,
that's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to share with you because I'm so pleased with them.
Well, that's great. Let's see. We have less than minutes left in this one meeting, and because I do have a couple of more things here that I thought you guys would find interesting. None of it's very heavy. There is the I guess I only have one more thing left, which I found interesting. Password sharing, Netflix. This article actually has a video. It's from Time. They had a international media for Netflix talking about password sharing. And the article it's brief, but it talks about how they've done this in Spain and a couple other places, Latin American countries, where they offered up a sharing fee because it's become so common to share your password outside your household. And Netflix is very aware of it. They know that you're using Netflix outside of the primary membership because they track all of it. They pop up in Mexico. They say you're using your grandkids' account down in Mexico. That shows. I use my friend's account in Mexico. That pops up and shows up. They verify what devices have access. So when you sign into Netflix, not only does it keep track of where you are as far as your IP address, it keeps track of the kind of device you're on. So if I sign in on a laptop in Mexico, that's different than when I sign in on my Amazon TV in Mexico, right? Or my iWatch. I don't know if that's even possible. And so they call it the crackdown on password sharing. And in places like Spain, they put it into practice. You had to pay the equivalent of like $5.95 if you're going to let your password be used outside of your household. They immediately watched a million viewers drop. Just a million people in Spain just stopped using the service. And then they watched an immediate rise in subscriptions. And I have to say, this is the exact behavior that should be expected, and it's what you're going to see me do too. If they all of a sudden say, I can't use my friend's account, I'm sorry. I would love to keep sharing passwords, but they're absolutely right. The moment I can't get into his account, I'm going to be some of them feel like we've got toddlers. We could get away with just Disney Plus. I know that would satisfy the itch, and what we're paying for would be perfect. I also know that in places like Mexico, it's very difficult to get adoption to these subscription services. They just historically it's a place where they're trying not to pay money for stuff. And so piracy has been rampant in these kinds of countries. Sharing passwords goes hands in hand. So what they've done is they've got things like you can get a Telmex, a package that includes a free Netflix account or a free Disney Plus account. And so I think we're going to see. I've never jumped on that. I know that we pay a price that includes a free Netflix account. I've never bothered to even activate it. Yeah.
It's not worth the hassle.
It just wasn't worth trying to get it set up. Yeah, I didn't care. But so I bet a number of people will be taking advantage of that. They offer Netflix accounts with things like cell services. You can get like a T-Mobile account. I think it's T-Mobile. Don't quote me on this, but I've seen them. I've seen them throughout. There's places like Sprint or T-Mobile or AT&T at times gives these deals where your Netflix comes along with it. So Don't quote me on that. I know that I've seen it at times with different mobile companies. See what your packages can include.
We're under a minute.
It's going to get
shut down.
Chester, we will.